Welcome to the first edition of the Boyk Broadcast. My name is Chuck Boyk. I'm a personal injury attorney for the last 31 years in Toledo, Ohio. What we're going to try to do in the Boyk Broadcast is each week we're going to try to talk about Toledo news, community events, and I'm going to try to use actual cases and questions from viewers to inform you of what your legal rights are and try to use common sense to discuss how you can use personal injury law in your everyday life. Let's talk initially about some local accidents that we have signed up in our office in the last few months and talk about how those facts might apply in your life. First of all, we had a case. We signed up a gentleman who suffered a heart attack as a result of taking the drug testosterone. In our society, we have doctors prescribe testosterone to men to try to help them regain their youth. The problem is that the testosterone therapy is not really regulated correctly by the FDA, and there's false promises that are made by the manufacturers, and the result is heart attacks, death, strokes, and blood clots as a result of this testosterone therapy. Our office has been signing these types of cases up over the last several months, and specifically we've signed up several cases in the last month regarding heart attacks and strokes and even deaths. If you are or a friend are taking testosterone and suffer a stroke or a heart attack, please feel free to contact our office, and we'd be happy to look into your claim and to describe your legal rights for you. An interesting case that we've had and that we signed up a couple months ago is a gentleman who was walking on the sidewalk to work, and as a result of the snow, a car lost control of the vehicle, went over the curb, hit our client on the sidewalk, and then hit the bar that he just happened to be walking next to. Now, a typical person might say, well, why would you need an attorney to handle that situation? The gentleman on the sidewalk was obviously not violating any sort of law. He suffered 3 fractures to his lower back, missed a large amount of work, spent a large amount of time in the hospital, and suffered some permanent injuries. In that situation, the problem was that the driver of the car did not own the car, had borrowed the car from his girlfriend, and the girlfriend had borrowed the car from the mother. So in that situation, the client contacted us because there was a denial of insurance coverage. By filing the lawsuit, we were able to show that the insurance company was liable. So in this case, the owner of the car can loan the car to an individual, but the issue became whether or not the daughter had the right to loan the car to the boyfriend, and once we were able to prove that situation, we were able to obtain insurance coverage and able to get a good result for our client. One of the ways that we can help a client in a situation like that is, first of all, making sure they get adequate medical care. But in order to prove the case, we need to obtain medical records and reports from the doctor to explain that the 3 fractured vertebrae in the lower back of the gentleman on the sidewalk were going to result in permanent limitations in his ability to lift and function at work, causing future lost wages. Another interesting case was a gentleman that went to a Subway restaurant and purchased a sandwich, a meatball marinara sandwich. In that situation, the concern was that the gentleman wanted to eat fresh. Instead of getting delicious vegetables, instead there was a problem where a bolt came off a metal device at the restaurant. The client bit into the meatball marinara sandwich and instead suffered broken teeth, which resulted in some future dental treatment in the future, and we were able to eventually resolve the case so he could pay for the future medical treatment. We have a question from a client. Amy from Perrysburg wants to know, what's the statute of limitations for a dog bite case in Ohio? What a statute of limitations is how long a period of time do you have to bring the case? In this case, a dog bite case is unique because there's a specific dog bite statute in Ohio. So typically, for example, like in a car accident case where there's negligence alleged, there's a 2-year statute of limitations. In Ohio, you actually have 6 years to bring a dog bite case. So for example, if a lady who's 24 years old is bit by a dog, she would have until the day before the 6-year anniversary of the date of the accident in order to bring a claim under Ohio law. For a child, there's a different rule. So for a child, if a 6-year-old child gets bit by a dog, the 6-year statute of limitation does not start running until their 18th birthday. So for a 6-year-old child, they would actually have till the day before their 24th birthday in order to bring a claim. So what we often tell parents, if your child got bit by a dog several years ago, there's still a claim that can be brought under Ohio law. The big problem that I see in dog bite situations in Ohio is oftentimes you have a problem of insurance coverage. Typically, most renters that we find don't have insurance coverage. Oftentimes, the homeowners will have insurance coverage, but in Ohio, we often see that there's specific dogs that are excluded under the insurance policies. For example, we see a large number of pit bull cases. We typically might see 3 or 4 pit bull claims in a given month, and 95% of the time, pit bulls are excluded under insurance policies under Ohio law unless there's specific high-risk insurance purchased on the pit bull. So one of the reasons that I have an intense dislike about pit bulls, besides them being inherently dangerous in my opinion and my experience, is oftentimes my clients are a victim twice. The first time is when they get bit by the dog, and the second time is when they're not able to collect because there's simply no insurance coverage for the injured victim under our current situation in Ohio. Something else we have is that I recommend to people is a book called the Ohio Accident Book. We wrote that about 6 years ago. In the Ohio Accident Book, which we offer for free for clients, the Ohio Accident Book, we talk about 7 ways to protect your legal rights under Ohio law. We talk about the pitfalls that you're going to face under Ohio law, and how insurance companies are going to try to take advantage of your legal rights. We offer this book for free. We suggest you read a copy, obtain a copy, so you understand your legal rights and you won't commit any of the 7 sins that are going to decrease the value of the claim and lead to victory for the insurance company. Now I'm going to turn to a segment we have called the Community Corner.
Hi, I'm Anneke Godlewski. Welcome to Community Corner. I would like to tell you about some of the great things we have going on for the summer of 2014. We're currently in week number 2 of Bikes for Kids, one of our favorite projects of the summer, where we give away 1 bicycle each week of summer to a deserving child. Parents, teachers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, anyone can nominate a kid who has made a positive impact on their friends, families, communities, or classrooms. Simply visit bikesforkidstoledo.com and submit your nomination today. You'll also be able to find Charles Boyk Law Offices around town at some of the various county fairs. We're going to be bringing our portable green screen so that families can take photographs with one another, kids can dance and sing in front of them, and those photographs and videos will be available. On our website shortly after the fair is over. To continue our support of the families affected by the Clyde Cancer Cluster in Clyde, Ohio, there are 3 golf outings and a 5K walk and run that we're going to be participating in as an office. We encourage our former clients, current clients, and the general public to join us, and we're always looking for participants to help us play golf, volunteer, or walk or run. We invite our friends, colleagues, past clients, and current clients to come on down and tell us how we can improve the service that we provide to the community. In exchange for words of wisdom or words of encouragement, we'll give you a free Boyk Fighting for Families t-shirt. So come on down, bring your kids. We have cool stuff for the children like yo-yos and flashlights. They can even pull from our treasure chest that Mr. Skeleton overlooks. So come on down for a visit, even if you don't think that you have any questions or anything. If you don't have an appointment, it's totally fine. Come on down. Well, that wraps up our Community Corner. Make sure to check back with us frequently as we constantly update what's going on in and around our community and our office. Thanks for watching.